First elimination final in the VFL in 2013. It was Werribee against Essendon. So, yes, Essendon did have a team playing finals this year. Not the AFL team, but the VFL team. It was always going to be a hard task for them, David Rees-Jones, because Werribee, the second best attacking team in the competition, they played a bit in fits and starts on a windy day, but they got the job done.
Yeah, they did. Look, to Essendon's credit, I thought they came out really hard and they tackled well and just did all the little things really well. They came to play and they took it up to Werribee in the first quarter and had a real good first quarter. Guaranteed they were kicking with probably a 4-goal win, but they got the job done in the first quarter.
Well, such being the case, they actually came out on the positive side of the ledger because they led by 28 points. This was a very valuable goal. Like goals at the right-hand end as we look at it. Were extremely valuable throughout the day. Ben Spate with the lone goal, but what about the first quarter that Corey Delolio had? Goals at the 7, 15, 26-minute marks, had 3 of his own and 3 of the 6 that Essendon were able to manage in the first term.
Yeah, one of those players who bobs in and doesn't miss when he gets an opportunity, and he doesn't get a lot of them, but he makes the most of them. And, you know, Werribee with the win, they just dominated the second quarter, and that's where really the match was won.
Yeah, and we talked about the importance of Ben Spate's goal into the breeze in the first quarter, and we'll talk more about what Werribee did in the third quarter. But not only was it 8 goals from Werribee in that second term with the breeze, but they held Essendon scoreless in the second term.
Yeah, and they really did dominate. Ben Ross, as we see here, he was put onto a half-back flank. He was copping a pretty heavy tag, and he was able to move forward off that half-back flank and really create. And it got him into the game, and he was able to be a valuable contributor.
Sotomako snapping there at the 26-minute mark, and then Ben McKinley kicked this goal at the 31-minute mark, the 8th unanswered goal in the quarter, and Werribee had turned a 28-point first quarter deficit to a 24-point lead, which meant that the onus was on Essendon, and they were able to come up with a good goal here from Will Hams, who was one of their best. He kept it going all the way through the day. Yeah,
he tried hard. It's just the nature of the beast with Will Hams. He's a terrific young player who just gives his all in every match he plays in. But look, over the day, Werribee, they just had too much class in too many positions, I think.
And we said at the time, McKinley we just saw kick a goal, and then after a turnover he kicked a goal. We said at the time that we might look back on those 2 goals as the period where the game was really decided, and I feel in hindsight that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, they were able to kick 3 goals into that breeze, and you know, very important goals into the wind, and that's where Werribee was a lot better than Essendon. 5th goal from Corey Delolio at the end of the term, but Ben Spate was able to kick a mightily important goal. This one here, and that was, as Rees said, their 3rd goal. So it was 4 goals to 3 in favour of Essendon, but Werribee ended the breeze doing a magnificent job. That was enough for them to be pretty comfortable, and they looked a bit comfortable in the last quarter, especially after they kicked the first 3 of the term. Luke McDonald had a magnificent day. That put them 35 up at the 14-minute mark, and to Essendon's credit, they kicked 5 of the next 7 goals. Yeah, look, and it really did become a bit of bruise-free type football, and I think the game, when it was out of reach of Essendon, it really was played in that vein. So they were able to get a goal after the siren to bring some respectability back into the score, but they tried hard, Essendon, they just weren't good enough.
324 disposals to 279, the big one, the inside 50s. It was 14-11 at quarter time in favour of Essendon. So after quarter time, Werribee went inside 50 times and Essendon went inside 31 times, and that was a pretty lopsided indicator of what the final scoreboard was. It was 17-14, 116 to Werribee, Essendon 15-7, 97. So the Tigers will progress. They'll play the Casey Scorpions in the semi-finals next week. And it's mothballs and Mad Monday for the Bombers. Both the AFL and VFL teams can now have a well-earned refreshment at the end of what has been a very trying year for the Essendon Football Club.